Make life extraordinary. Wake up before time runs out. Have you ever sat in traffic as the sun slowly disappeared behind the city skyline, watching its golden reflection dance across a car window? Around you are thousands of people, each carrying their own dreams, fears, hopes, and unfinished stories. Yet most eyes are fixed on glowing screens, lost in a digital world while real life quietly passes by. And then for one brief moment, a thought strikes you with unexpected force. Where did all the time go? Time is not something we lose all at once. It leaks away silently, through routines, comfort zones, expectations, and the invisible pressure to live the life that everyone else considers normal. Many of us are not living a life we consciously chose. We are living a life shaped by momentum, by tradition, by fear, and by the quiet agreement that safety is more important than awakening. And in that moment between the fading sunlight and the noise of the world, a question appears. Was I born just to exist, or was I meant to truly live? The illusion of the extraordinary life. When we are young, we believe destiny will arrive like a storm. We imagine a dramatic moment when everything changes, when the world finally discovers our hidden potential, when success arrives, when our story becomes extraordinary. We wait for the movie scene, the breakthrough, the applause, the moment when everyone finally says, "You made it." But life rarely arrives with fireworks. Instead, we receive ordinary mornings, responsibilities, bills, deadlines, and familiar routines. And slowly a frightening realization appears. Maybe life was never building toward a grand finale. Maybe life itself was the masterpiece. The false promise of modern success. Modern culture offers a tempting illusion. It tells us, collect more, achieve more, become more visible, then you will finally feel complete. We are surrounded by images of perfect lives. Luxury homes, endless travel, expensive possessions, social media applause, and the admiration of strangers. But behind the carefully edited pictures, many people are still searching for peace. Because a bigger house cannot heal a smaller soul. The world can give you attention, but it cannot give you meaning. It can give you followers, but it cannot give you fulfillment. It can give you possessions, but it cannot give you purpose. The greatest tragedy is not failing to achieve everything you wanted. The greatest tragedy is achieving everything and discovering you were chasing the wrong thing. Extraordinary life requires extraordinary awareness. The secret of an extraordinary life is not found in what you own. It is found in how deeply you experience what you already have. The ancient philosophers understood this. They knew that suffering often does not come from having too little. It comes from experiencing too little. A person can stand in a beautiful place and feel nothing. Another person can drink a simple cup of coffee on a quiet morning and feel grateful to be alive. The difference is not the world around them. The difference is the way they see. The ordinary becomes extraordinary when we learn to truly pay attention. Chronos and Kairos, two ways of living. The ancient Greeks understood two different kinds of time. Chronos is the ticking clock, the endless schedule, the deadlines, the years passing while we remain on autopilot. But there is another kind of time, Kairos, the meaningful moment. The moment when time seems to slow down, the first smile of your child, a deep conversation with someone you love, a quiet sunrise, a moment when you are completely present. An extraordinary life is not created by collecting more years. It is created by making more moments matter. A long life is not always a full life. A full life is one where you were truly present. Protect your attention. Protect your life. Your attention is the most valuable currency you possess. Where your attention goes, your life follows. If your mind is constantly divided between distractions, notifications, and endless comparison, life begins to feel empty. But when you give yourself completely to something meaningful, learning a skill, creating something, loving someone, improving yourself, you enter a different state. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi called this flow, a moment where you are no longer watching life from the outside. You become fully immersed in it. You stop being a spectator. You become the experience itself. Your life is shaped by whatever you choose to give your deepest attention to. Love your journey, even the difficult parts. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche called it hearty, the love of one's fate. Most people fight against reality. They wish their past was different. They complain that the present is unfair. They imagine happiness exists somewhere in the future. But a meaningful life begins when you stop fighting your story and start creating from it. Your struggles are not just obstacles, they are materials. Every failure, every heartbreak, every difficult season can become part of the person you are becoming. A sculptor does not complain about the stone. They see the masterpiece hidden inside it. Your wounds are not the end of your story. They are part of the sculpture. Choose depth over distraction. We live in an age of endless choices but shallow experiences. We see everything, we touch everything, but we rarely go deep. Mastery requires commitment. A meaningful relationship requires patience. A great craft requires years of dedication. A strong character requires daily discipline. The extraordinary life is built by choosing depth over endless distraction. Say no to what steals your attention. Say yes to what strengthens your soul. A shallow life has many experiences. A deep life has meaningful ones. Remember you will die. The ancient Stoics carried a powerful reminder, memento mori. Remember that you must die. This is not a message of fear. It is a message of freedom. When you understand that your time is limited, many things lose their power. The opinions of strangers become less important. Small arguments become less meaningful. The need to impress everyone disappears. You begin to appreciate what was always there. A conversation with your parents, a walk under the sky, a laugh with your family, a quiet moment of peace. Because the ordinary is actually extraordinary. The awareness of death teaches us how to truly live. Your extraordinary life starts now. You do not need to wait for permission. You do not need to become someone else. You do not need a perfect future before you begin living. The extraordinary life is not hidden somewhere far away. It is here, in this breath, in this moment. In the choice to be awake, to love deeply, to create courageously, to live intentionally. Because the greatest adventure is not discovering a new world. It is discovering yourself in the world you already have. Do not wait for life to become extraordinary. Live in such a way that the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Your life is happening now. Wake up, pay attention, and make it extraordinary. Make life extraordinary mindset. I can also turn this into a viral Facebook YouTube moti. Turn this into a viral